going to do a quick demonstration of ground stabilization. So, coming a little closer here, honey. This is dirt. You can see it's mostly black dirt, okay, which I don't recommend ground stabilizing black dirt, but you can do it. I've done it. Okay, now this is the simplest way of doing it. You got about 4 inches of dirt. That's your average patio, right? Okay, you're going to want to put about, now you notice how ground up that dirt is. Okay, you got to grind it up. Sometimes you could do it with a rototiller. The Harley works the best. It turns it into powder like that. That's how it got like that. Okay, so if you've got 4 inches of dirt, you want to put about 1/4 to a 1/2 inch, depending on how much, but this is black dirt, so we're going to go a little bit more. Okay, so 1/4 to a 1/2 inch. In this case, almost 3/4 of an inch because it's black dirt. Okay, so you turn it up dry, okay, with the Harley rake or a rototiller. You have 4 inches of ground dirt and just Portland. There's all kinds of other additives that you could do with this that I've done, but I'm just showing the basic step here, okay? Once you get that all turned in with your Harley rake or your rototiller, okay, now you got something. Now you put a little bit of water, not a lot, okay? You're not making like ready mix concrete. You're just getting it damp enough, okay, to make like a snowball out of it. Something like that kind of consistency, okay? So that gets turned up again, like that, with your Harley rake or your rototiller, and then you tamp it. In most cases, you're going to want to use, in commercial, you want to use a roller. It's got a lot more compression, okay? A commercial roller, you know, like a Bow Mag or a cat roller. But you could do it with a tamper for like a patio. We've done it, okay? I just wanted to show that process, and you could pause it, honey, and I'm going to take it from. All right, I just wanted to show that quick method. I took over the camera. I'd like to thank my wife, Sue, for holding the camera for me. This piece here is a sample piece of a job I did about 4 years ago. This was asphalt grounded up with grabbing some of the grade 9 and Portland in there, okay? And I ended up with almost like concrete. This is a test piece. I want to do a compression test on it someday. Turned out really good. There's many applications you could do with soil cement and ground stabilization. Now what I have here is kind of like lime. You could use regular lime. These are the grindings of resurfacing, the powder that comes off a slab when you grind a slab. I get a lot of that because I do a lot of resurfacing, a lot of concrete restoration. That can be also turned up into the soil. Okay, now what I want to show here is, I wouldn't recommend this at home, but I did recently post pics of this on Concrete Everything Share Your Knowledge, and it, as usual, I stir up a lot of controversy on that page, but I love that page. Go to it, and I would recommend signing up for it. It's a very interesting page. There's a lot of knowledgeable guys that do concrete. Now what I did here, this is very simple. It's not a lot of square footage, as you can see, but I got to do the rest of it. But right here, took 1 bag of Portland and some lime, and I worked it in with a finish machine, okay? Now, I did not ground stabilize this. What I did is I came in and I dug this out and I hit hard pan. And so for now, I sprinkled about 1 inch to 2 inches of gravel on top, okay? Probably more like 1 inch, because I just don't want to be in the mud right now. And it was used gravel that I scraped off the top and saved, so it was mixed with a little bit of dirt. So I don't have the time and money right now to actually ground stabilize everything right now. So what I did is I just put a coating on here. Now all it cost me was 1 bag of Portland, a wheelbarrow of sand, and some lime. Not a big investment to seal the surface off. I do live in freeze-thaw climate, but I'm not going to be in the mud come spring. And I'm going to regrind this up with my Harley rake and stabilize about 4 to 6 inches of this soil and do it the right way. But there's nothing wrong for a lousy $13 and something cents for a bag of Portland. You could see where it feathered off into the dirty gravel here. but it did get hard. Okay, so this is just a get me by. This is not a big investment, and I just threw the finish machine on it. I wasn't going to spend a lot of time putting a nice finish on it. And yeah, when I posted it on Concrete Everything, whew, boy, got a lot of controversy, but I can understand. A lot of people don't really realize what I'm trying to do. I got a lot of different things in the works, and this is one of them. So I'm going to be doing probably the same thing to this before spring. But yeah, I don't recommend this at home. And if you also notice, it kind of looks like concrete over here. It's not. It's asphalt that I've put our magic mix on from leftovers from jobs. So actually you can see where it fades off here. It's actual asphalt that's just coated. About 8 years ago, I stamped the top of the asphalt. I textured it with our magic mix. And so these are just some of the things we're doing. You can see that the front of the driveway, I have more of the mix on here. But it's a real bad driveway. It's got cracks and stuff. It's better putting this on than putting the asphalt coatings on there. And if you mix it right, it's actually probably cheaper. This right here, probably about 5 years ago, I did that same thing what I was just showing you. I just coated the top, did a very light ground stabilization, not enough, it's black dirt. And after 5 years, it just basically turned into gravel. But for a couple years, it looked pretty good. There's still a little bit you could see that held on with the surface. Okay, so for pennies on a dollar, if you want to put a quick fix on something, what's wrong with doing that? Okay, because I am going to redo that in the future, and right now it looks pretty good and it's going to serve its purpose. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for interesting videos along the way. Okay, one thing I forgot to tell you, I'm going to take and put a link in the description box of this job where I turned asphalt basically into concrete. And when I was done, I did put my magic mix roll-on on top. And there's a lot of things you could do with that stuff. Now, I just took that can and I wetted it up a little too much after the video, and I just spread it out on here. But if you look at the color, you can see how dark it is. That is black dirt. I will also put a link in the description box of a job that I did ground stabilize, soil stabilize black dirt for a sidewalk. Look for those two links. Once again, thanks for watching, and look for, there's hundreds of videos on our YouTube page that explains a lot of different things that we do. Talk to you again in the future.